Hi folks, and welcome back to Tiinyhost. In today's episode, we are talking about all things feedback. Tiinyhost has just released a new feedback feature that can take your project to the next level. Let's get over to Tiinyhost and see how this new feedback feature works. Okay, so we've logged into Tiinyhost. First things first, we need to go grab our sales presentation so we can share it with our prospective customers. So I'm going to click on upload, and as you can see, I can upload a bunch of different files. I can upload documents, so think about zip files, pre-built applications, images, code, and more. Being able to share just simple PDFs is just the start of the amazing capabilities of Tiinyhost. So let's quickly grab our sales presentation, pop that in. Now, what we can do is, it's really important that you enable feedback mode. You can't enable that after the fact. And so as soon as you add your file, you need to make sure that this is clicked. You can make sure that you can disable people from being able to download a PDF. That way, if there's sensitive or secure information, you can maintain control. You can set it up so that search engines do not have access, those robot crawlers that all search engines users would not be able to find this file. And of course, if you are sharing a presentation, you can set it in presentation mode. So that way it will take any PDF file and set it up as a presentation. It makes it much easier to be able to share content and presentations with your customer base. So we're going to do that. We're going to click publish. And then what's happening in the background, Tiinyhost is uploading the file and deploying it automatically. So that gives you a URL that you can use. And of course, if you're using a paid account, you can customize this domain, but you can then share it either via that domain that's just been created, or you can create or access a URL, a QR code, or you can embed it or share it via standard social media platforms. So let's have a quick look at how our presentation is. And as you can see, because we had enabled the presentation mode, this has automatically shown the presentation in presentation format, rather than just a long list of PDF slides that a user would have to navigate through. It's just a much nicer way of being able to see this information. So this now enables us to be able to share this presentation with our customer base, our example customers, and they can go and feedback on what this product is, the service that this imaginary company Neurofleet is developing, and how they can improve their pitch to make sure they land with a particular dealer. If we're going to add in a feedback, it is simplicity itself. All you need to do is add in a display name, and then you add in your comments. So I'm going to say that at the moment, we are talking about what Neurofleet, this company, is talking about what it can do, but it hasn't really indicated how it can save. As you can see with this image, we're missing actually out the number of dollars that potentially they could save their prospective customers, which looks a little bit weird. Boom, done, easy. And then what will happen in the back end is that as soon as a comment has been added to any particular file that you've hosted on Tiinyhost with the feedback mode enabled, I will then get an email that contains the comment as well. So that way I don't have to be looking at a file, I can receive that email, I can see that comment, and then I can act upon it, either by responding at Tiinyhost or emailing that person direct. It really just makes it a lot easier, closes the amount of time, or reduces the amount of time that it takes for that feedback loop to be completed. We've uploaded our file, we've shared it with some people for feedback, we've received some feedback, but there's one other thing that I want to talk to you about, and that is the analytics mode of Tiinyhost. Now, this enables you to be able to track where, who, and how people are accessing your files. And this is really, really important when you're looking to develop things such as sales and marketing information. When you're launching those sorts of white papers, etc., they are really important to track who's accessing, how long they are accessing, what devices they're accessing it from, and also which countries as well. So that means you want to be able to have a better idea of what your customers are and what they're doing and where they're accessing from. And so having good quality analytics and statistics is really, really important when you're starting to build out a marketing operation. And so it's one thing I definitely wanted to mention, that the Tiinyhost has this for each and every one of your files if you do have a paid account. And it makes it a lot easier to get an idea of how your products or services are being used. So there you go, Tiinyhost's new feedback feature. It's a great addition to the platform and means that you can collaborate globally to build your next product or service. And that brings us to the end of this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to click like and subscribe because there's more features coming for Tiinyhost, and this will be the first place to check them out.